Hello everyone, and welcome to my craft room at stampinginthevalley.com. My name is Joanne and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! And today we're going to be looking at making this beautiful triple stamped card. This is the technique. It's called triple stamping. And also we're going to make a really cute insert for the card. And when you open this up, isn't that adorable? I've inked around the edges and then stamped it and stamped in the middle. This is all, this one is from the Secret Garden stamp set, how I made this card. But today we are going to be using the Mixed Bunch collection. And we're going to be using this stamp right here. How pretty is that? So the Mixed Bunch collection is what we're going to use today. Now, I've mounted my stamp on my clear block D. This seems to be a really good go-to size for a lot of our stamps in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. Anyway, now let's get to how to start with all of this that I've got layered up here that you're looking at. You can make this card one of two ways. This one is called a landscape card, and it opens from top to bottom or side to side. And the dimensions on a card like this, like what we're going to be doing today, is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So that's that type that you can make. You can also make it in a portrait style, and that would be cut at 11 by 4 1/4 and scored at 5.5. And so then you kind of have a longer palette, I would say, to work on, and you can open that also from top to bottom or side to side. Okay, so here are the two styles of cards that that I like to make. But today we're going to be using this one. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's take everything apart here. Here is our card. And this again is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. In the in colors, the new in colors, this is the Coastal Cabana is what we're going to work with today, and just Whisper White. So just two colors, Whisper White and Coastal Cabana. And this is the Coastal Cabana Classic Stamping Pad. I got in a fantastic deal. It's a combination with the solid in colors that go with the stamping pads. You get 5 pads. And I'll post that on my website. All the dimensions for this card and any other projects that I do are on my website at stampinginthevalley.com. Don't forget to sign up for my mailing list. And also, all my videos are free. So if you click on the little button here, the subscribe button, anytime that I make a video, you will automatically get a little tutorial of what I'm thinking about doing at this time. So we'll start with the card right here and put that aside. Then what we want to do is cut 2 pieces, and I'm going to give you these dimensions even on camera, and they'll also again be posted. But you want to cut 2 pieces of Whisper White or whatever color that you're working with. You could use Very Vanilla, but I like to go with a more solid, lighter color inside, so that then anyone who gets the card can write their own sentiment, or even purchase some stamps and stamp your own sentiment. Okay, so you want to cut 2 pieces of the lighter cardstock at 5 1/4 by 4, okay, and 1 is the inside piece. So we'll go ahead and bring our card back in, and we want to put the inside piece right there in the card. But I'm going to move that aside for a second because I always like to decorate the inside. And so we're going to open the Coastal Cabana. Like I said, we're only working with 2 colors today. And go ahead and ink up the stamp. And I'm going to, of course, flip it over because then that'll be taped down with our snail. And I'm going to stamp it right here and kind of stamp off the page. And what a cute little embellishment. Isn't that beautiful? What pretty color. Okay, so then I want to go ahead and open my snail and add that to the inside of the card. And I'll bring the card back in and just leave a little edge of the Coastal Cabana, and that makes a really nice border along with the stamp that you just did on the inside. How nice it blends in that corner. And anyone, they could either stamp a sentiment or write a sentiment. Okay, now we'll go on to decorating the outside of the card, and this is where all the fun begins. We'll bring back in the white Whisper White, the other one that was cut at 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, and then here we go with some dimensions. So you'll want to either stop the video, start writing these numbers down, you know, or again go to my website and I'll have everything posted for you. So you want to cut one piece of Coastal Cabana in the 4 1/4 by 3 or any other darker color. And make sure that it's a darker color, because you'll see when we start to put this together how it stands out. So you want to cut one of those, and you want to cut one of the Whisper White at 4 by 2 3/4. And then the next set is the darker color, and I'm using it, and 2 3/4 by 1 1/2 on the lighter color, and again I'm using the Whisper White. Okay, so with all of that being said, remove the darker colors. Okay, you want to take those out. Now, you want to be able to place these, you know, and just kind of eyeball it. You want to be able to place them one over top of the other, just like that. Now, I am going to put a little teeny tiny bit of snail, and I mean small, just a dot. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to get it halfway unsticky, okay? So that this will then lift up, because you're going to cover it up anyway. Okay, so you want to just put that down, and again, just a little bit of snail, and then take your finger and get the stickiness out of it. Just keep tapping it. The oils from your hand will get all of that tackiness out. Okay, so place this here. Or I'm sorry, place this here, because we're gonna use the other side for a little sentiment that I'm going to show you how to make with the bitty banners. And so we want this, excuse me, to be we want this to be white, excuse me. Okay, so now see, that won't slide around, and it's not really down so hard and stuck so tight that, you know, you're going to mar the paper when you lift it. Okay, so now we're going to bring back in our stamp from the Mixed Bunch collection. How beautiful is that? Such pretty flowers in there, and there's so much that you can do with it. And ink it up, and now watch this technique. As you stamp around, you're going to stamp off and stamp on, and you're going to get a dimension within the 3 levels of cut paper. Okay, so I'm going to stamp and ink and stamp and ink, and come on in here. And don't be afraid to overlap. That's what this technique is all about. And bring it inside, and then come out and go ahead and overlap. And back and forth. And don't let it be even. Let it be all over the place. Just wanted to add a little bit more there. Okay, great. Now, move that aside. Okay, now we're going to take this apart. And that's how easy it is to make this. See how the inside becomes solid? Now wait until we add our little sentiment to this. Okay, so now we want to take this apart and bring our card back in. And let's go ahead and add some snail, okay, to the first layer. you know, and just for demonstration purposes, I'm just adding a little bit. You will want to add more adhesive. Okay. And go ahead and adhere that to the outside of the card. Again, leaving some of the Calypso Coral paper around the edge, which makes a nice border. Okay. Now then, this is where you want to bring in the darker cardstock. So it's time to lay this down in that square. Okay. So I'm going to put a snail on this side. Okay. And then just lay that down in that square and kind of eyeball it. Good. Great. Now then, take the other cut piece, okay, and you're going to line it up to where you see it, you know, on the corners come into where you stamped, okay? So, okay, and leave the border, because this is actually an optical illusion with your eye, but it's what a beautiful effect. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now you want to bring in your next piece of solid, okay? Right there. How quick and easy something so elegant can come together. And then your last piece that is fully stamped, okay? What pretty background paper that you have created, all in a wonderful crafting afternoon. And I don't like to get in a hurry with my crafting. I like to just take my time and have a nice, relaxful afternoon. And this is something that you could play with. Okay, now, isn't that beautiful? But it's kind of plain. So we want to go ahead and enhance it. And what I did was I stamped from the Itty Bitty Banners stamp collection. I did 2 stamps, one a happy birthday, okay, and then one was a thank you right here, okay. And you see how quick and easy that a card like this can change just with the sentiment. That's beautiful for a thank you card, and it's adorable with a happy birthday card. But I want to show you how I made that banner. And again, that's with the Itty Bitty Banner stamp set with the framelits. And all the numbers, again, will be on my website. So let's move the card out of the way. And for the essence of time, what I did was I already have stamped my happy birthday and ran it through my Big Shot with the framelit and the thank you. And, you know, as you can see here, we've been very busy. Now, to get this look of the extra tail on that banner, of that dimensional look right there, the only thing you do is run a solid strip through the Big Shot, okay, and just take your scissors, your paper snips, and cut it right there in half, and cut it right here, okay. And I'm not going to do both of them, but you get the idea, okay. This you will attach with a little snail, and then just a little snail here on this side. Let's see. Okay, a little snail on here, and that gives you the dimensional effect. And we'll just do the happy birthday one. So just a little bit of snail. And I'm going to bring this in, and then just kind of line it up. Real easy, just press, okay? And you can make it as thick as you want it, as thin as you want it. You know, you could take it out that far if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. But you just have that much more to play with, okay? So we're going to move those out of the way. And now we're going to bring in, again, the card. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the happy birthday with 2 dimensionals. Actually, 1 dimensional cut in half, because it's just a bitty banner. And we'll go ahead and attach that back here. Get the other one off the scissor. Ooh. Peel the back off. Okay. And I'm going to just bring that in. Oh, how beautiful. Okay. One more element because I like butterflies. Head and mount. This is from the Papillon Potpourri collection, the one with the flowers. And what a pretty butterfly. I bring in my ink it up, and stamp. Nice and solid. How pretty. Color on color. And then I brought in my my butterfly punch, my elegant butterfly punch. Line it up. And squeeze. And I get my little butterfly. And we're going to bring back in our card. And I'm going to bend the wings up a little bit like it's flying. Let's first add a little snail. Actually, you probably want to put a glue dot on that. On the glue dots. So yes, Stampin' Up! Has fantastic glue dots. So you go ahead and just take the back of it right there at that fold and pick up a dot. Go ahead and bend the wings up and add the darker dimensional to the card on the outside, because again, there's your layering. You know, you've got the dark, the light, the dark, the light. So here you've got dark and light and dark, light and dark. So you want to kind of go ahead and, you know, add to that dimensional look. Oh, that's adorable. I am going to put a medium-sized little pearl. Pick it up with my scissors just like this. And make sure you get the adhesive on the bottom with it. That's why I pick it up with my scissor. And I've got it right here on the tip of the scissor. And I'm going to go ahead and put one pearl right there. Oh, how cute. That is a beautiful, elegant card. How pretty is that? And then when you open it, how beautiful. All of the dimensions and colors for this beautiful card will be available on my website at stampinginthevalley.com. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.